It put me in tears so many times.
Alexis Pearsall is a 16-year-old student whose mother sees a side Metro school officials don't see.
They're not the ones that sat and watched her be depressed and sat in her room and not go anywhere and not talk to anyone because she was terrified that her grades weren't going to be good enough.
A student at Nashville's Hunters Lane High School, Alexis was enrolled last year in freshman biology. Biology is one of those critical subjects that has an end-of-course exam that's also used to judge how well the school is performing.
I was doing fine.
But when Alexis returned to school after the winter break last year, she was told that she had failed the first semester and was being put into what's called credit recovery to study biology on a computer on her own.
I was wondering why I got put in there when I passed it. I shouldn't have been put in there.
So you had passed the first semester and you were told to redo it on the computer?
Yes.
We were just stuck.
Sandra Parente says she repeatedly tried to call Hunters Lane principal Susan Kessler.
Trying to get a hold of her, leaving messages. Dr. Kessler's not here. Dr. Kessler is in a meeting. And it was constant. You could not get a hold of anyone for any explanation.
I just felt like it wasn't right.
Then Alexis's mother saw our stories with Metro Schools insiders alleging that some students were pulled from key classes so they would not pull down the test scores for the schools.
Because I'm like, all my grades are good in all my classes, so why am I being pulled out?
And she saw our interview with former Pearl Cone student Tony Jones, who was also pulled from a class she was passing.
As soon as I seen that, I'm like, that makes complete sense. That's almost exactly what they did to her.
In a written statement, Metro Schools officials said what happened to Alexis was a, quote, clerical error. They said her biology teacher mistakenly put Alexis on a list of failures for the semester without looking to see how she did on her midterm exam.
The vast majority of the ones at Hunters Lane were passing.
But the whistleblowers recently told lawmakers they have evidence of many other Hunters Lane students being pulled from those key courses and put into credit recovery, even though they were actually passing.
We have someone at Hunters Lane that had a 93, an A. They needed remediation.
So that's what I felt the whole time, is that why should I have to do this when I shouldn't be in here? I shouldn't have to fight for my credit when I earned it.
Still, Alexis repeated the first semester of biology on the computer, and she was signed up to take the second semester online as well. But without the help of a teacher, she made little progress.
That was the toughest part about it, is just not knowing what to do.
You didn't have a biology teacher to help you?
It was just a regular teacher who monitored us and make sure that we weren't cheating off a line.
Because her grades are important to her.
But the worst part, Alexis's mom says, was how the school system made her daughter feel like a failure.
For her to sit in her room and just sit there and cry because she thinks that she's doing poorly, and come to find out, she wasn't. She wasn't doing poorly. She was doing good, and that anxiety that they put on her was not fair. It's not fair at all.